Another day, another story. Sexual offenses. Section 375 of IPC. Rape. A man is said to commit rape if he penetrates his penis, to any extent, into the vagina, mouth, urethra or anus of a woman or makes her to do so with him or any other person, or b. inserts, to any extent, any object or a part of the body, not being the penis, into the vagina, the urethra or anus of a woman or makes her to do so with him or any other person, or c. manipulates any part of the body of a woman so as to cause penetration into the vagina, urethra, anus or any part of body of such woman or makes her to do so with him or any other person, or d. applies his mouth to the vagina, anus, urethra of a woman or makes her to do so with him or any other person, under the circumstances falling under any of the following 7 descriptions. First, against her will. Secondly, without her consent. Thirdly, with her consent, when her consent has been obtained by putting her or any person in whom she is interested, in fear of death or of hurt. Fourthly, with her consent, when the man knows that he is not her husband and that her consent is given because she believes that he is another man to whom she is or believes herself to be lawfully married. Fifthly, with her consent when, at the time of giving such consent, by reason of unsoundness of mind or intoxication or the administration by him personally or through another of any stupefying or unwholesome substance, she is unable to understand the nature and consequences of that to which she gives consent. Sixthly, with or without her consent, when she is under 18 years of age. Seventhly, when she is unable to communicate consent. Explanation 1. For the purposes of this section, vagina shall also include labia majora. Explanation 2. Consent means an unequivocal voluntary agreement when the woman by words, gestures or any form of verbal or non-verbal communication, communicates willingness to participate in the specific sexual act, provided that a woman who does not physically resist to the act of penetration shall not by the reason only of that fact, be regarded as consenting to the sexual activity. Exception 1. A medical procedure or intervention shall not constitute rape. Exception 2. Sexual intercourse or sexual acts by a man with his own wife, the wife not being under 15 years of age, is not rape. Section 376 of IPC. Punishment for rape. 1. Whoever, except in the cases provided for in subsection 2, commits rape, shall be punished with rigorous imprisonment of either description for a term which shall not be less than 10 years, but which may extend to imprisonment for life, and shall also be liable to fine. 2. Whoever, being a police officer, commits rape, I, within the limits of the police station to which such police officer is appointed, or e. in the premises of any station house, or e. on a woman in such police officer's custody or in the custody of a police officer subordinate to such police officer, or b. being a public servant, commits rape on a woman in such public servant's custody or in the custody of a public servant subordinate to such public servant, or c. being a member of the armed forces deployed in an area by the central or a state government commits rape in such area, or d. being on the management or on the staff of a jail, remand home or other place of custody established by or under any law for the time being in force or of a women's or children's institution, commits rape on any inmate of such jail, remand home, place or institution, or a. being on the management or on the staff of a hospital, commits rape on a woman in that hospital, or f. being a relative, guardian or teacher of, or a person in a position of trust or authority towards the woman, commits rape on such woman, or g. commits rape during communal or sectarian violence, or h. commits rape on a woman knowing her to be pregnant, or j. commits rape on a woman incapable of giving consent, or k. being in a position of control or dominance over a woman, commits rape on such woman, or l. commits rape on a woman suffering from mental or physical disability, or m. while committing rape causes grievous bodily harm or maims or disfigures or endangers the life of a woman, or n. commits rape repeatedly on the same woman, shall be punished with rigorous imprisonment for a term which shall not be less than 10 years, but which may extend to imprisonment for life, which shall mean imprisonment for the remainder of that person's natural life, and shall also be liable to fine. Explanation. For the purposes of this subsection, armed forces means the naval, military and air forces and includes any member of the armed forces constituted under any law for the time being in force, including the paramilitary forces and any auxiliary forces that are under the control of the central government or the state government. B. Hospital means the precincts of the hospital and includes the precincts of any institution for the reception and treatment of persons during convalescence or of persons requiring medical attention or rehabilitation. C. Police officer shall have the same meaning as assigned to the expression police under the Police Act 1861, 5 of 1861. D. Women's or children's institution means an institution, whether called an orphanage or a home for neglected women or children or a widow's home or an institution called by any other name, which is established and maintained for the reception and care of women or children. 3. Whoever commits rape on a woman under 16 years of age shall be punished with rigorous imprisonment for a term which shall not be less than 20 years, but which may extend to imprisonment for life, which shall mean imprisonment for the remainder of that person's natural life, and shall also be liable to fine, provided that such fine shall be just and reasonable to meet the medical expenses and rehabilitation of the victim, provided further that any fine imposed under this subsection shall be paid to the victim. Thanks for watching. PLAEASE. Subscribe for more videos.